Today I want to talk about how Family Medical Supply provides feeding pumps. And as a company, we typically provide three different style pumps. Number one is the Infinity. Number two is the Kangaroo E-Pump. And there's a third that we don't do as much, but we do still do, is the Joey pump. Now, keep in mind when you do a pump, you have to get the correct corresponding bags. For example, the Infinity has its own bags, the Kangaroo E-Pump has its own bags, and the Joey has its own bags. As a company, we put in the pump as B9002 as a rental. The Ivy Pole rental and 30 one-box purchase of the corresponding bags for the pump. So let's start with the Kangaroo E-Pump. Let's see how we turn it on here. Now I do have these plugged in currently, but you can unplug them and still work on the go. And it tells me what to do. After I turn it on, load a set. So I've already got one bag out. I'm gonna grab a bag. I'm gonna hang it here. Now in the tubing on the bag, I'm gonna find my little handle, as you'll see here. And I'm gonna find my wheel. There's a little turn wheel here. Now on the side of the pump, I'm gonna open my door. And right here, you'll see where it goes. My handle, I'm gonna put in place here. This part is stretchy. I'm gonna stretch it around the round turn wheel. And I'm gonna put it in place. And then I'm gonna shut my door. Now, now is the time to prime the pump. Of course, you would pour your milk in. What priming does, it gets the air out of the bag and the tubing. So we would just hit the corresponding button here, prime pump. It's telling me to disconnect from the patient because we don't want to fill the patient's stomach up full of air, because that's what we're doing. We're getting air out of the line. So I'm going to hold. Now, if milk was in this bag and tubing, we would see the tubing coming. We'd see the milk coming down the tubing, and I would stop it right here. And keep in mind, this is where the patient goes. We do not touch the patient. So we're done. Again, corresponding button. Now it's time to adjust my rate. So I hit here. So say the typical rate, I don't know, 100, whatever the doctor has instructed us to provide. I'm gonna hit my button here, just say 100. I'm gonna hit enter. Now say we want to set a volume, that means how much. We don't have to, but if we did, we would put it here. Whatever it would be. But don't have to, and we can hit run, and it would be dripping out. All right, that's pretty much how we would do the Kangaroo. I'm gonna go ahead and hit hold to stop it, and I'm gonna turn this one off, and we'll turn our attention to the Infinity. All right, get this one off here. I'm gonna grab the Infinity bag. I'm gonna go ahead and hang it here, just to be getting ready for the Infinity pump here. On and off right here on the Infinity. Hold. Now you'll see some numbers, that's the serial number flashing. Now say I wanted to, and the first thing that comes up is rate. And if I wanted to adjust that, right here is the rate/dose button. You can change it here, whatever it needs to be. And again, rate is the speed, milliliters an hour. And then dose is how much. But say we wanted to run it, it's going to tell me to load the set. I'm going to open my door. I'm going to grab my tubing. Pretty dummy proof. Again, the stretchy part around the turn wheel. And I'm going to put it in place. Shut my door. And you'll see the in and the out. Again, this goes to the patient. I'm going to hit run. And it's running. If we wanted to see how much has been dispensed, we could see here the volume. This one even has the feeding interval. That means you can have it stop and start. Most folks don't do it though, but anyway, I just paused it. That is how you would do the Infinity pump. And that is about it. Good.